Hello everybody, welcome to class FF-101, where we teach you everything you need to know about upping your game with Final Fantasy XIV across all platforms, whether you're running on PC, PS4, or even PS3, for the next couple months. My name is Absolute Hunter, and I'll be running today's lesson. Today's lesson is actually a very important one, and one that we get questions about all the time. Today we're going to be discussing user macros. Now, everybody, whether you're aware of it or not, has seen a macro at some point in time while running through a dungeon. The most common examples are going to be when, say, you have, we'll use a healer for example, or perhaps a tank is casting something and we want to let everybody know about it. A good example would be, say, you can cast Eye for an Eye here. So basically the purpose of this macro is just putting up a quick little message for everybody to see the party, and then casting all with the press of a single button. Now, the most daunting thing about macros for most people are how to make them. Because as we just looked through a few of these, there's obviously, it looks like a lot going on. We'll log through this here as we make these macros. But let's go ahead and tackle that first. And we're going to go ahead and go over how we build the macro. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to make a very simple one here that I've been yet to make so far. First thing you're going to do, obviously, you're going to create a name. In this case, I'm going to be creating one for a skill called Sacred Soil. Just going to go ahead and give it a normal label. By default, you'll see it changes the logo here just to say M representing macro. You can go over here and choose from some pre-made icons, but they're very limited as far as what you can actually use. But Square has actually made a way to get around this. And that is a command. It's /M icon. Then you can put in the name of any individual skill. You already know the one you're putting in this case Sacred Soil. You put in the first few letters. Press Tab on the keyboard, then select Sacred Soil, hit Enter once, hit it again, and there you go. It just pulled up the symbol automatically for Sacred Soil, so we've got that part done. The second part we're going to do here is we're making this to go ahead and let our party know that we're getting ready to cast this, so that say you have two healers, and the other healer knows you're about to put up this barrier. And then the most important part of every macro is telling the system to cast the skill. Now most of your skills are just going to be under an abbreviation /AC, short for action or action command. And then just like before, put in the name of what you want it to cast. And that's actually it. Next thing we're going to do is you're obviously going to want to go ahead and put this on your hotbar. Now we're going to go ahead and test it out. Now in this case we're not going to be able to see the text, but since I'm not in a party, but as you can see, we went ahead and used our macro. It will put in the text if you're in a party, and it just prepared to cast all with the press of a single button. Now, let's go over some more important macros here, as well as some of the things we can actually do with them. The next one we're going to go over is going to be a very important one for healers especially. We're going to be going over one for the skill Resurrection, which is essentially raise for a white mage. And as you can see here, very similar structure here. First thing we did is we got the icon ready, and most white mages or scholars, if they're serious, are going to have Swift Cast as an ability that they need to use. So first thing we're going to do, tell it AC Swift Cast, so that'll automatically do Swift Cast for you. The most important thing on most multi-tiered macros like this that do more than one skill is /wait. By default, this is going to tell the system to wait 1 second before performing the next command. And then the next command immediately after that second is passed is going to be Resurrection, or if you're a white mage, Raise. So it's going to cast the spell, and then the next most important thing is, again, letting your party know what you're doing. This line here, where you have the 2 arrows here, in between the T, that essentially is going to automatically fill in with the name of whoever you have selected that you're casting on. You can just put anything, just informing that you're utilizing the skill here. I put something kind of stupid, but a lot of people have dumb messages there. And then, since this is just a sarcastic line, I went ahead and put literally what is being taking place at that moment. And then there's one other little thing, you may have heard this with other parties, but if you use the 2 carrots and then put SE and then dot and a number, anything between 1 and 14 I believe, it will pick a sound effect that will play every time you cast this macro. So again, this is one that I can't really show off just in the middle of a room here, with kind of lacking in 10 people in my room. So let's kind of go over another similar one that was made. Here's probably the most important one. This one's going to be something that can be used by any pet class such as a Scholar or a Summoner. What we're doing here is we're going to cast Summon 1 to summon our first fairy, and obviously we know how long it usually takes to do a summon, so we're going to go ahead and do Swift Cast first, wait 1 second, and then tell it to do Summon. And then we're going to wait a few seconds, and we're going to cast, essentially tell the pet to obey, making sure that it doesn't go off and do its own thing, so it'll only act when you tell it to. Let's see what that looks like. So we just pull it up on our heart wire, hit. Summon the pet you want immediately, no wait time, don't have to wait for it at all. In fact, let's look at this, see what it looks like without the Swift Cast, for example, to see how much time we just saved. So we saved a good 3-4 seconds, which can mean everything in the middle of a difficult situation. Of course, we have other variants of this, such as the ability to deal with our other fairy if we wanted to. Again, very useful for summoners or for scholars. And while we're on the subject of fairies and summoner pets, we've all been there. We've had those times where we want to tell the fairy to do something, but it's too busy or too preoccupied healing the tank on its own, just doing its normal healing commands. Since there's no way to stop it from doing this, we've come up with macros as a way to kind of get around a skill getting cancelled in the middle because they feel like healing. So what we've done here is, it looks like there's a lot going on, but we're really just casting the same command 3 times in a row just to make sure that it goes off. So, like our others, we created our icon, and in this case, since there's multiple different pets, you've got your Idrid, your Titan, Garuda, Eos, or Celine, in the case for Scholars. We do have to tell it what skill we want it to show. We need to tell it that it's a pet, and we need to tell it which pet. The next thing we wanted to do here is, in order to give this skill more power, the scholars do have an ability called Rouse, which does essentially increase the healing output of any healing skill. So our first step was AC, then Rouse. Wait 1 second so that it's able to move on with the next command. And then you'll notice a slight difference on the next line here. Since this is a pet action, you have to put in PAC for pet action command. If you do not put the P there, the pet will not respond. And what we've done here is we want them to cast Whispering Dawn because there's a chance it could get interrupted or it won't cast if they're in the middle of healing already. We tell them to cast, wait 1 second, try to cast again, wait another second, and try to cast a third time. At least one of those 3 attempts is guaranteed to go through. You'll never have to worry about a name skip again. And of course, you can do this with any pet skill that you want. I've got it here for Whispering Dawn. I have it here for Fey Covenant again. Another useful one. This one's more for healers, especially all scholars in particular. But we have our basic healing. So we have /AC for our character. Go ahead and cast the skill Visit, our basic heal. And just in case we're in a tough situation, say the tank's taking a lot of damage, we went ahead and set PAC to automatically tell the fairy to turn around and heal the same target right after. So that's essentially a quick double heal without having to press any extra buttons. In fact, let's see what that looks like. They both hit at exactly the same time. So again, very useful macro for scholars. And at this point, obviously, we're probably pretty well getting the idea of what's going on here, how these are built. Let's go ahead and go over one more. Okay, I'm a couple more. Now, this is another one for summoners and for scholars. Well, arcanists as well. And when we first start working with our hotbars and controlling our pets, which a lot of people don't do, this really can make all the difference. Say, let's look at a situation, let's say Leviathan, where you have to split up. You have one tank on one side, the other tank on another. It's good to be able to tell if your pets go over and cover one side while you cover another, or you don't want to risk your life trying to cast a spell, but you don't mind throwing the pet into the middle of danger to cast something. You'll want to tell them to go to a certain place. It's really easy to kind of get mixed up with your buttons on your hotbar. So if you ever want a situation where you want to be able to tell your pet to go somewhere and then just as easily tell them to come back, we have this macro here. This is going to tell your pet to go to a specific location. But at the same time, it's also going to serve to tell your pet to come back. Let's see what that looks like. So first, Perry's already with us, so they didn't take the first command. We're going to tell them to go ahead and go. We're going to press the exact same macro. And not only is it going to give you the ability to move your fairy, but it's going to pull them back at the exact same time. So this is just an example of maybe 2 separate commands assigning them to the exact same button for the same effect, which would be very helpful. Now, the one we're going to go over now is perhaps one of the most important ones you can make as a controller user. And this is actually kind of bending the rules a little bit here, and making the system kind of work to your advantage at this point. Now, we've gone all the way down here to the bottom right corner to macro number 99 to make this one. And anyone who's into hardcore rating is going to know what this is about. This is something that I do recommend for absolutely anybody who gets into higher end content. We made a simple macro, which ultimately is just telling the system to perform a single command called focus target. Now, why the hell would you make a macro for just a single command? Why not just do it on your own? Here's why. By the default controls on PS4 or on PS3 or PC even for controller users, there is no just direct button for using for using the focus target command. So what we did here is we put that into macro 99 for a very specific reason. We're going to go down to just we're going to go down to our computer settings here, or our controller settings, and we're going to go to controller customization, go to button configuration. Now, I did have to make a slight sacrifice to do this. I had to get rid of my ability to just switch into first person mode, but it is worth it in the end. And if you go down to the very bottom of this drop down list, you'll have two commands that you notice to execute macro 99 or 98. We put that macro for focus target onto 99. So now, anytime that we need to use focus target, which is going to give us the advantage of being able to know what a specific target is doing at any given time, it's going to appear here in the middle of the screen just from tapping that right stick. You can assign that to pretty much any button on the controller that you want, but I find this one personally to be just easiest for me. But rather than having to go in and like slash focus target or pull up your keyboard and hit a specific button on it, you can just, anytime you got your controller, just press R3. It's automatically going to switch that focus target to whatever you want. And as for what that does, say you're fighting Behemoth and he's getting ready to cast Meteor, that'd be a pretty good thing to know so you know when to put your barrier up, right? As you can see, Fairy starts casting Embrace. It's going to show their skill bar. This happens with just about any major boss or enemy that you fight as well. So having this is going to be one of the most useful things in your bucket of different skills that you can use all together. And this doesn't matter whether you're a healer, whether you're a tank or an ADS. It's something that I highly recommend using. And last but not least, macros. We've all talked about just serious things in this video so far, but macros can be used for fun as well. For example, say it gets kind of annoying every now and then if you want to change your class and you're just going into the screen, pick your gear set, then just changing. It takes a little while, not all that exciting. What if we want to make it a little more flashy? So you can set these macros here, so just do it right from your controller if you want to. You can set all kinds of emotes to go along with it. Again, it's nothing you have to do, but just neat little things that you can do once you get better with just building macros. All just for fun. Just an example of what those look like. Our scholar here. You know, some of these are emotes that were obtained from events, so not everybody's going to have all of these. But switching to my scholar, it's Yellow Ranger pose A, and then motion. Which tells it not to put something in your log window every time you do it. Wait a few seconds, and then GS change, and then the slot that it's in on your gear change list. So that was gear change slot 1, and then just the corresponding number for whichever set you want to. And there you have it. We've gone over everything that I can teach you in regards to macros. Obviously, it was a little bit sloppy, but this just kind of serves to give kind of a visual guide of how to set these up, what they look like, what they're for. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave them all in the comments. I do try to answer absolutely everybody. But once again, just want to thank you as always for watching Class FF-101 and look forward to more guides in the future. Thank you once again, and you have a great rest of your night.